Niet wil je echt de hele kaak en elke puzzel. We verdedigen de meid in kort. Waar komt al het magie vandaan? Wie is er hier gestoord? LAYTON versus Phoenix.
Mr. Cantabella, I would like to apologize for putting too much pressure on your daughter. Only your words can bring her back from the brink of madness. Let her hear the truth from her own father. You've driven Espella into a corner in order to push me into the wall. I had no other choice. Espella, please listen to me. You haven't done anything wrong. You didn't cause that accident. You have suffered so much thinking that you were Bezella. I must take the blame for that. You, Mr. Cantabella? I sacrificed everything to make up for what I've done. But all I managed to do was inflict more pain upon others. Is that not so, Darklaw? Now, now that you're willing to talk, Mr. Cantabella, would you mind telling us your story, yours, as well as Espella and Mrs. Darklaw's? Very well. This story, too, began when I was a young lad. When Newton and I were still youths, full of dreams and hopes. As you already know, we discovered the underground ruins, and deep within them lay the accursed bell. Okay. The bell of ruin. At the time, we still lacked the knowledge to decipher any of the writings we found there. This bell is magnificent. It's bound to make the most beautiful sound. I have an idea. Why don't we make this bell the symbol of our town? How do you propose to do that? Let's build a bell tower for it, when we can ring it on special occasions. That's not a bad idea. Then it's settled. When we grow up, let's do it. Okay, just don't forget about it. The two of us chose different paths in life. I studied management in London, while Newton devoted himself to the study of the natural sciences. And then you made a fortune following invention of a new anesthetic. We both got married around that time, and each of us had a daughter. You mean Espella was born shortly after your company gained funding? No, Darklaw. Oh, no, that's right. We eventually returned to our hometown and set about realizing our childhood dream. Having built the bell tower in the middle of the town square, we retrieved the bell itself from the underground ruins. We aspired to make it a symbol of prosperity for the unindustrialized town. The bell was to be officially displayed during an annual fire. It would be rung in the morning following the night of celebration. Pardon for the interruption, but at the time you were aware of the meaning behind the bell's name? Obviously we're not. Thinking back to my ignorance at the time, a chill now runs down my spine. Newton and I went to the bell tower the day before the festival. Only one more day to go. We've waited a long time for this. That we have. This town will no longer be the same after tomorrow. The bell weighed so much that ringing it was not easy. We tackled that problem by constructing a special mechanism, which we installed in the belfry.
I want to hear the bell. Can I make it ring?
Hey.
Daddy, please, let me ring it.
Espella, who was there with us, was utterly enchanted by the bell. She wasn't a bad child, she's just very stubborn and would rarely listen to me when she wanted something. I told her a story to try and convince her to leave the bell alone.
Espella, listen carefully. You mustn't ring this bell.
But why? Why can't I, Daddy?
You know about Bezella, the witch.
Uh-huh. She's an evil fire witch who uses magic to hurt people.
If you ring this bell, Bezella will come out and possess you.
Possess me? You mean I'll turn into Bezella?
That's right, Espella. When Bezella possesses someone, she uses them to do terrible things. That's why you must never ring the spell, sweetheart.
I understand, Daddy.
There's a good girl.
Maar ze heeft het toch gedaan en toen dacht ze, oh nee, ik ben...
Ja, ze heeft niet geluisterd naar buurman Mol.
Nee.
The legend of Bezella has been passed around these parts for centuries. It probably originated from beliefs of the tribes that populated this area in the past. What I told Espella was just a silly story that I invented for the occasion. It was only meant to stop her from ringing the bell. I could not have imagined that it would have such far-reaching consequences. It's all coming back to me now. I remember that day. On that day of the fire festival, just around the time when the preparations ended and everything was about to begin, I sneaked out of our house. I took Mom's pendant with me. Your mother's pendant? Do you mean this one?
Wacht, nee,
Yes.
Darkwa is niet haar moeder, toch?
Nee, want dit is de pendant die
Oh
zij
ja,
heeft is van haar moeder.
ja, oké, zo. Ja, never mind.
We needed to limit access to the bell, so we made 2 keys. We decided to make them into pendants, and each gave one to our respective wives. Darkla is de wife van, of de dochter van die dude, van die
Van Sir
alchemist.
Beldoek. Ja, van Newton.
Both are needed in order to access the belfry. I saw you and Mr. Belduke use them, so I told Eve to meet me at the bell tower.
Daddy says Bezella will come out if I ring the bell, but if I do it just a little, I want to try it while the festival is going on. I hope Eve doesn't forget her mum's pendant.
Zie je?
Ja, precies. Dus.
So it's just as I thought, Miss Darklaw, you are Mr. Belduke's daughter. I'm Eve Belduke. I was almost afraid you would fail to make that connection. What in the... This is too much for one day.
Snap ik
Deze
wel.
aflevering tot 1,5 uur. Order in the court. Lady Darklaw, you mean that you're Sir Belduke's daughter? Yes, my real name is Eve Belduke. I'm the alchemist's daughter. This is unbelievable! I also sneaked out of that house that evening, clutching my mother's pendant in my hand. I did just as you asked me to, did I not, Espella?
Espella, my mum's going to be so angry if she notices I took the pendant. Don't worry so much. I just really want to ring that bell. I want to hear it.
You don't.
Uh-oh. I set fire to the town.
To
I rang the
Labyrinthia.
bell against my father's warning. And so Bezella possessed me. Because of me, the town and everyone in it. They're all gone. No, it's not your fault. Stop blaming yourself. Supposedly the former inhabitants of this area also used to fall unconscious upon the sound of that bell. Perhaps they experienced a similar nightmare. It was I who brought the bell of ruin to this town. The one to blame for this calamity is not some witch, it's me. I brought destruction upon this town. I am Bezella. Espella, you're going to drive your dad crazy if you keep repeating that. Seeing you like this is giving me a strong feeling of déjà vu. Eve, how can you be so evil? Are you happy now? I'm afraid we're in the dark as regards Miss Darklaw's sense of déjà vu. Only 4 people survived the fire. Only 4. Ja, with de vaders en de kinderen. Allebei de moeders zijn dood.
Ja.
Espella and Eve, who are in the belfry, and the only 2 residents that did not participate in the festival, Newton and I. And where were you at the time, if you'll permit my asking? We were investigating those fateful ruins. That's why we didn't notice anything until it was too late. It was getting near the time at which we planned to ring the bell, so we headed towards the town. Then we saw it. The town had been burned to ashes, the air shimmering from the heat. That's too awful for words. We searched the survivors, sick and with anxiety. Eventually we found our daughters in the bell tower.
Ja.
Espella was unresponsive like a doll. Eve was crying at her side. Our relief at having found them fight with terror caused by the disaster. The worst night of my life ended, pierced with the first rays of sunshine. But then, it seemed Espella was already lost to us. We had lost her to Bezella. She wouldn't speak, eat, or even leave her room. She thought she was Bezella and that she had destroyed the town. I couldn't get that out of her head. What she saw from the bell tower must have been so terrifying, but it wasn't shock from what she had seen. My own words had put that in her in that state.
Ja,
Had I only not told her that stupid story.
Omdat ze dat natuurlijk door dat inkt en zo. Denkt ze dat het echt is. Dat is
Nee,
toch of
nee,
niet?
nee, volgens mij komt dat... Nee, dat is gewoon omdat hij had dit haar verteld en toen deed ze het toch en toen brandde de hele
Ja, oké.
ding af. We had been grasping at straws, trying to find a way to save Espella's mind, but wherever we did, her eyes would remain impassive and empty.
Ja, dat zie ik me.
In the end, I came upon a certain idea that offered us a glimpse of hope. What was it? This suspense. It's too much for my aging heart. I believe I may know what it was. It was the only way to get through to a little Espella. Inquisition, what are you talking about?
Ja, dat. Nee. Die.
Deze zal het
First
zijn,
story.
denk ik. We discovered this in Espella's room. And that is? It's a handmade picture book. The illustration and handwriting are truly exquisite. That's the first story I wrote. I made it for Espella after that dreadful fire. Oh, the storyteller's first story. It was but a simple children's story. The plot was very straightforward. The townsfolk join forces to banish evil witches to serve Bezella.
Espella, do you understand now? You aren't Bezella. Bezella is somewhere out there, sending out other witches to do bad things to the people of our town.
Witches, magic, the town perishing in flames. Espella was mentally broken and I couldn't get through to her in any other way. I talked to her as if magic and witches were real, avoiding any mention of that fire. Daddy.
No witches. Real.
Espella spoke to me for the first time in so many days. I was beyond myself with joy and replied without thinking.
Yes.
Oh, yes, they are. They're hiding in the town, among the people.
But it's just a fairy tale.
I was desperate. I feared she would close herself off to me again. Now, in hindsight, I see what an utter fool I was. I made an irreversible mistake yet again.
No, it's not. Everything your daddy writes comes true. The bad witches will get their comeuppance. I will write a story about it.
And so I wrote another story for my daughter. A story about mischievous witches getting caught. This time I had the story acted out in front of Espella. You had it acted out? Back then, I wasn't the only one tormenting myself over the mental state of my daughter. Newton was going through hell too. His own daughter had been badly scarred by the event. Isn't that right, Eve? My father and I repaired a building that had survived the fire and continued to live in this town. Espella wasn't even able to leave her room. We couldn't leave her behind when she needed all the help she could get. Mr. Cantabella showed us this book one day. Then he made an unusual request of us.
I'd like to make this story real. Would you be willing to help me do so?
That's the betrayal. Zij wou de truth vertellen in plaats van deze hele charade.
Ja, precies. To our surprise, he was entirely serious. Seeing that, we gladly offered our help. A story about evil-doing witches getting caught and punished, and Bezella, the source of them all.
Paying attention, Espella? Witches got what they deserved, and peace has been restored to the town.
Espella smiled at the end. Then she whispered to herself,
It wasn't me.
When I saw her smile, I felt as if something broke inside me. I couldn't afford to let her be sad again. Maybe if Bezella were to exist in this town, Espella would stop thinking herself harbored the Great Witch. I continued writing stories about witches. Eve and I would act them out for Espella.
Ja, en op een gegeven moment de town grew en... Of, ja, of the village.
Number of characters.
Ja.
Yep. How much reconstruction? It wasn't anything on a big scale. I simply paid people to move in and act out their roles. But I began to think that I would need more than that. The story had to be real. To make a lie seem true, you restore to even more lies. Yes, I was certain that that was the only way. How did I do so? I remembered about Newton's research. He was working on a certain medicine. It was kind of a tranquilizer made from local plants that he was testing at the time. But it was difficult to put into practical use. The substance had a danger of causing unconsciousness and hypnosis. I can see how that would be abused, cause much harm. Okay, so yep. At the same time, I was just what I needed for my ambitious project. I contacted the government, and that was the beginning of the game of Project Labyrinthia. A town with human test subjects, all in a state of long-term hypnosis. You devised that plan solely for the sake of your daughter? Yes, we acquired the land which had been laid to waste by the fire. The new town was slowly becoming populated. Gradually the rules of Labyrinthia were established. It was to be a town where magic and witches were a reality to the residents. All of this was possible thanks to the drug. The tech subjects were exposed to it through the ink used in your story, right?
Ja, dat weten we wel.
Yeah, that's right. It was dangerous drug developed by Newton. About 10 years have passed since then. Even now the town continues to change. Project Labyrinthia. And all this was done for one girl. Espella was only able to be herself when she lived within my story. Oh, the irony of it. Only within a world which Bezella was real could Espella's tragic memories be sealed. All this while, Eve was assisting me. I was the first shade. As soon as the story began, I disappeared from the scene. If Espella was to see some magic, then someone had to don this robe. This robe of invisibility. I gave Espella a new memories so that she could live in this town with everyone else. I also sealed the memory of her friend, Eve. What? My existence was too strongly connected to her memory of the fire. Afterwards, I returned as Doglaw, a stranger to Espella. But even if you were doing this for Espella's sake, it's just going too far. I made that choice. I do not regret the past 10 years. Meanwhile, my father was supporting Labyrinthia from behind the scenes in his own way. Do you mean his contributions as an alchemist? My father's knowledge of medicine was indispensable for this town to function. The hallucinatic ink was my father's work as well. So it was. Newton and Eve sacrificed more than everyone else for the sake of Aspella and this town. I will be forever in debt to them. We wanted to save Aspella just like you. But then, there's still something I don't understand. Why were you trying to destroy his fake world? In the end, you chose to betray Aspella and Mr. Cantabella. Oh, but I've told you already, have I not? It was your revenge against Mr. Cantabella for choosing to end the story, correct? I wonder whether that was the true reason. Professor? Would Miss Belduc really betray them merely because she did not want the story to end? I dare say there was another considerably more important reason. No need to frown in dismay, Mr. Wright. Please leave this to me. Well then, let's hear what the Inquisition had to say. What other reason led to the witness to betray Mr. Cantabella? This?
Ja.
Ja?
Prima.
Ik kan je niet meer goed verstaan, Sander.
Ja, nee, dat is prima. Dit is hem, denk ik.
Ja. This letter was Miss Belduc's real motive. What is this? I think I've seen it before. That's the letter written by Mr. Belduc for Mr. Cantabella. It's also Mr. Belduc's suicide note. My dear friend, I hope you can forgive me for leaving this world of my own will. What I have done cannot be forgiven. I can never escape from it. Something was tormenting Mr. Belduc. It became too much for him and to bear and drove him to suicide. These past 10 years, I thought Father was glad to be helping Cantabella. But little did I know, he was suffering terrible anguish all that time. Cantabella twisted the lives of so many people for the sake of his daughter. Was the story not but a glorified lie, stripping so many of what little happiness they had? All those years, Father was wrecked by a crushing sense of guilt. His agony culminated the incident of 3 months ago, Mr. Belduc's death.
Ja. Omdat hij die bell tower weer zag.
Before Labyrinthia was created, certain things had to be concealed in order to seal Aspella's memories. Had she seen them, she would have remembered. They were simply too dangerous to her.
Zoals de bell tower.
One of them was me. Aspella's friend Eve had to be reborn as Shade and disappear into the forest. The next thing was the bell tower. I see. Had she seen it, it would have been certain to stir up those traumatic memories. Memories of the legendary fire. The only way to prevent that was to erase the bell tower from Labyrinthia. How could you do that? Using the same method as with this rope. Rope of invisibility. In short, we covered up the tower with a huge rope, quote unquote. Although it wasn't as easy as it sounds. In other words, the bell tower had finally... the bell... the builder been there all this time.
Ja.
Indeed. I don't know what to say. At any rate, the situation changed due to that lightning strike 3 months ago, did it not?
Ja.
It was a most unfortunate accident. The lightning set the bell tower cover on fire. Ah! That cover was quickly consumed by the flames, revealing that abominable bell tower. The beginning of all of this, the bell of ruin appeared before us. It was mockery of her efforts. That tower emerging from the flames must have seemed like a sign of divine anger to Mr. Belduke. A sign that no matter how you attempt to conceal your sins, the truth will eventually float up to the surface. Having realized this, Father chose death. He was such a kind-hearted man. I didn't have an inkling of what he had been going through. To him, the participation of Labyrinthia's people within the project was not voluntarily. Even though they had themselves signed with the contract, I believe he felt those people were being deceived.
Dat klopt.
Father took his life because of you, Cantabella.
Oh.
Now you know why I did what I did. I lost my father 3 months ago. That day, my revenge began. Your revenge? The first step of my plan was rewrite the story. What did you say? As president of Literary Inc., you had to spend most of your time in London. Over the past few years, you were coming to Labyrinthia only for the parades. So naturally, I knew you would never notice the story were slightly changed. That explains it. I couldn't help thinking there was something strange going on. Mr. Cantabella is Espella's father after all. He wouldn't have made Espella a witch in his story. Espella was... a witch? When did that happen? How could you have known after all? Let me fill in you in on the details. Espella has already been tried once within the witch's court. Impossible. Why? How could you? You knew the risk that would carry. Look at you. What a fine author of that grand story you are. You left all the work in Labyrinthia to me. Meanwhile, you are making millions for yourself in London. What a pathetic excuse for a father. You didn't even notice that your precious little Espella was in such danger.
Ja, dat klopt wel.
Miss Belduke, why did you do that to Espella? Do you even need to ask?
Heeft ze dat niet al gezegd?
I did it to unlock her memories.
Nee, oké.
You mean when the legendary fire took place, Espella was so traumatized that she closed herself off to the world. We were just little girls then. That tragic accident was too much for us to handle. This fictitious town was created as a facade to keep the truth from Espella. But the weight of all these lies led to my father's suicide. Despite that, the person responsible for all this carried on as if nothing was happened. I couldn't forgive him, as Belduke's bereaved daughter. I had to have my revenge against both Cantabellas. Judge, this is the whole truth. Now you know the true identity of Bezella.
Ja, dus zij heeft geschreven dat... Of nou ja, geschreven. Ja, zij heeft geschreven dat... ding is... The Great.
You say this is the whole truth? But is that really the case? Professor,
nee.
what are you going on
Nog
about?
meer.
Ja, nog meer. We have been provided with a clear picture of what happened to Espellas so long. Nevertheless, we haven't yet heard your testimony. Don't be ridiculous. This will be the last testimony in this trial. Tell us about the night of the legendary fire. I request that you tell us your story. Who do you think you are, Inquisitor? I am merely one of the supporting characters within this tale. However, I am very much interested in the truth. Okay. Very well. Witness testimony, de allerlaatste. Espella wanted to ring the bell no matter what, so we went up the belfry. The festival celebrations had already started. The mechanism for ringing the bell was at a height even we could reach. The next thing I remember is coming to and running to Espella's side. I was shaking her until she finally opened her eyes. The next moment we saw that nightmarish view. All strength abandoned us, and we didn't know what to do. That was when we were found by my father and Mr. Cantabella. The bell could only be rung with a special mechanism. That's right, it was made in such a way that even a child could use it. It was probably constructed by my father. I suppose he wanted to make it possible for anyone to ring that bell. In light of the events that followed, that was clearly a very foolish decision. Yeah.
Ja. Eens.
I noticed something like that on a pillar when we visited the belfry earlier. Okay. Oh dear, fate can certainly be cruel. I have to agree. If only we had not discovered those ruins and brought that bell into our town, or if we could have deciphered those ancient writings a little earlier. Moreover, if only the groundwater in this area didn't cause that strange condition. Unfortunately, Mr. Canterbury, the tragedy occurred. All that remains for us to do is to seek out the truth. Not for the sake of vengeance, but for the sake of the future. Mr. Wright. Yes? You have been fighting fiercely to uncover the truth. This is the final interrogation. I trust you know what to do. Leave it to me.
Cross-examinatie. Nou. Use dat hintmuntje, let's go. Dat is wat je moest doen.
Let's go.
Press.
You didn't leave the belfry until their arrival? Of course not. We were paralyzed with fear.
Yeah.
It was an event so traumatizing it still haunts us. Espella fainted again when she saw the fire dragon. I was crying and wailing until our fathers found us. When we went to the bell tower, as it was a good vantage point, we weren't expecting to find our daughters there. Of course, neither suspected that at that point that the disaster had been caused by the Bell of Ruin. Eve was in tears, sobbing violently. As for Espella, she was in a daze. Her face frozen in an expression of disbelief. She didn't know what was happening around her.
Okay.
I cannot say this with certainty, as my memories are a little vague.
Maar
But I
eigenlijk
think
is het
I
niks
was
nieuws.
trying to protect
Oh,
her.
oké. Ja.
Mr. Cantabella. I remember that very well, as if it happened yesterday. Cantabella? Would you mind telling us what you saw?
Eve! Espella! Are you alright? Eve! What on earth happened here?
It was Bazella. Bazella the witch.
But Bazella? What are you talking about?
Bazella comes out whenever someone rings the bell, right?
What have you done? You didn't...
Oh, please, Mr. Cantabella, don't be angry. At Espella.
Eve said it was more with the most serious. Waarschijnlijk was het niet Espella die de bel heeft geringd, maar Eve.
Ja.
Don't be angry at her. When she said that, I grasped the situation. I realized that what had transpired in the belfry, and I thought to myself, I must protect these children. Eve. I'm so sorry, Eve. Espella? Espella, sweetie. Dad, please forgive me. You've done all this for me. Espella, you're with us again. All this for me. Well, well. At last, I would appear we are one step away from the truth. Professor, you seem already know what that truth is. Do I? That remains to be seen. Continue the interrogation and we shall all know soon enough. Nou, dat mag ook wel. Jesus.
Ja. Oké.
So, it was you who woke Espella up, witness? Yes, it was me. She was out cold, curled up on the floor until I shook her awake. As soon as she came to, she turned to look at the town. Okay.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Espella? Espella, are you okay? Yes, everything is fine. My apologies for bringing back such troubling memories. Nevertheless, you must endeavor to face them and overcome the power they hold over you. Yes, I remember it now. The fire dragon. I summoned it because I'm Bezella. No, Espella, that was just an illusion. No, you're wrong, Dad. It wasn't an illusion, it was a fact. If I hadn't rung the bell, none of this would have happened.
Ja, oké, zo.
Bezella, yeah, that's what I've done to our town.
She's going to kill herself! Yay! Oh nee, dit is niet
Espella, be careful. It's dangerous up there. Please, Espella, come down.
Oh, she's
sorry,
gonna
everyone.
come down.
I have no right to be here anymore. Nick, Espella's going to do something crazy. I can see that. Espella, please do not make any hasty decisions. Mr. Layton, the truth is close now. Be brave for a little while longer. The truth? As if I wasn't clear already, if I hadn't rung the bell, everything would have been fine. You may be mistaken. You still don't know the whole story. Huh? Isn't it so, Mr. Wright? Really? I thought it was pretty much it. The pieces of the puzzle that don't yet fit are themselves the hints to the solution. No way. You mean Espella didn't ring the bell? What? Nonsense, of course she did. As it stands, it's hard to say for sure that she didn't ring the bell. However, we got evidence that will clear any doubts. Show us this so-called evidence you claim. What do you think? Oh jee. Is het die? Deze zal het zijn, denk ik.
Ja.
Ja, ik denk het wel, maar ik zal even saven voor de zekerheid.
Er staat geen schildje meer, maar ik zou wel saven voor de zekerheid.
Oh. Espella, can you hear me? Yes. Where you are standing now is the same spot where you saw this fire dragon? Yes, that's right. Yeah. This fretwork here is the same as you saw that day. When I look at it now, it seems so small, even adorable. The fence, what does this have to do with anything? As you will no doubt recall, Mr. Cantabella told us that people who drink the groundwater here suffer from a condition where they fall unconscious at the moment they hear the sound of pure silver. After the bell sounded, you recovered consciousness sooner than Espella. You ran to her side and shook her awake. As soon as she opened her eyes, she saw the fire dragon.
Zo zie je wel heel duidelijk dat het
Yeah.
Geen echte
In other
fire
words,
dings. Maar
If it
oké.
was a speller who rang the bell, that would mean the device for ringing the bell must be very close to the fretwork of the dragon. And Espella, can you please check that for me? See if the contraption is located near the dragon fretwork. Give me a minute. Mr. Wright, Espella, did you find it? But there's something on the other side of the belfry, and a contraption with a handle. What? On the other side? That's right. I figured there was something weird when I went up the bell tower, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. No, no way! You see where I'm going with this, don't you, Mrs. Belduke? If it was Espella who rang the bell, there's no way she could have seen the fire dragon when she woke up. Oh, no, this can't be right. An excellent deduction, Mr. Wright. Miss Darklaw? It seems that everything is now clear as a day. What? What do you mean? Why, of course. I mean the answer to the question of who rang the bell. It was her. It had to be... What do you say, Mr. Wright? It looks like we've arrived at the same conclusion. We now know that only one person could have done it. Wait. What good will you say out loud do? There's a problem, Mr. Cantabella. It wasn't your daughter who rang that bell. Should that not lift some burden off your shoulders? Are you not curious to know the name of the true culprit who has pinned the blame on your daughter all this while? Ik denk dat hij het al wist dat het Darklaw was.
Ja.
Alleen dat hij zijn vriend had beloofd het nooit te zeggen. Wat denk jij?
Ja, zoiets.
How about you stop taunting us? Just say the name already. Who is the true culprit?
Maar zij weet toch dat zij de
That's
true
true, professor.
culprit is?
Ja, maar misschien dat zij dat ook verdrongen heeft. Dat weet je niet.
Ja, oké. Okay.
Ze kunnen toch iemands gedachten
Ja,
weghalen.
dat-
Misschien hebben ze haar
dat-
gedachten
dat
ook al
klopt.
weggehaald.
Nou,
Ja, Darklaw zelf natuurlijk.
Have a look.
It's you, Eve Belduke.
pom pom pom.
Me? But there were only two of you in the belfry at the time. You know what better than anyone. And as it wasn't Espella who rang the bell, it had to be you. That's preposterous. It can be true. It was extremely traumatizing event for both you and Espella. Your friend's memories were altered from the shock without her even realizing it. She believed she was a witch who rang the bell and summoned a dragon, which incinerated the town.
Ja, precies.
However, Miss Belduke, Espella wasn't the only one whose memories were warped by the horrors you two witnessed. You were affected as well.
No.
It wasn't me.
Jawel.
It was you.
Spella, she rang the bell.
No.
It was her, not me. But why? What are these flashbacks? I've never had these before.
Weet niet. Wat zijn deze flashbacks? Misschien van je geheugen?
Gibbering.
Oh, krijgen we nu ook nog wel zo'n hele video. Jezus, deze epiloog duurt lang, jong.
Holy shit, inderdaad.
We zijn echt al 2 uur bezig. Zijn we 2 uur bezig? Zo net waren we echt 1
Ja.
uur en...
2 uur en 7 minuten.
Godverdomme.
What's the matter? I don't want to do this now. We'll be taken over by Bezella. Bezella is just a fairy tale. And you're the one who said you wanted to come and ring the bell. I did, but I changed my mind. Hey? After coming all this way? Oh.
So she is actually Bezella. Darklaw was Bezella. Hadden we het toch goed, hè?
Yo.
Deze muziek is veel te episch, zeg maar. Alsof er nu iets heel vet staat te gebeuren. Nee, iedereen is naar de tering.
Tering.
Ja, Engels leenwoordje trouwens. Oh kijk, ze maken meteen een hele coole... Nou ja, op zich is die Fire Dragon wel episch. We hebben alleen nog Dungeons nodig en dan hebben we Dungeons and Dragons.
Heel ziek.
Oh, ze valt opnieuw flauw, joh. Het houdt niet op, niet vanzelf. Mijn spellen blijven flauw vallen.
Niet vanzelf, Ing. Met je kop door de helving.
Oh,
That
rustig.
nightmare was too
Deze man
much
wordt
for
helemaal
two young
wild.
girls to take in. Your young minds needed to protect themselves. That's why you subconsciously repressed those memories.
Heftig.
If that's true, for the past 10 years, I've been pinning the blame for what I've done on Aspella. It can't be. It can't be true. It's impossible.
Ah,
Darklaw's justice.
she's donned the invisibility robe.
Ja, blijkbaar. Maar nou. Zij killt haarzelf. Happy ending.
Wow.
Dat verdient zo, zei ik dat toch? Nee.
She's on the roof.
Huh?
I beg you, don't blame Eve. It really doesn't matter anymore who rang the accursed bell. This town was all created for me. It's my fault you've all been used and suffered so much.
Oh, ga nou niet jezelf vermoorden van dit.
Please, come down right now.
Het is klaar, toch?
You haven't done anything wrong. It was all my fault.
Dad, I know that you did this for me. You've been so kind to me. And what did I do? I selfishly ran away from home.
Aspella.
I will finish your story for you. The
Maar dat is toch
evil
niet
will be gone forever, and everyone will live happily ever after. Dad, thank you for everything you've done for me.
Dat is wel lief.
Wait! Don't do it, Aspella!
En dan vliegt ze. Want Darklaw vangt erop. Zie? Nou, ze vliegt niet echt.
What are you? Isn't that Darklaw?
Hé, waar komt Luke opeens vandaan?
Why would you?
Ja.
I finally remembered everything I've done.
You're not the only one who remembered. You still have the pendant.
Yes, of course. That's because somehow I always knew it was important to me.
Aspella,
You kept your pendant as well, didn't you, Eve?
for some reason, I just couldn't let it go.
Maar zij wist wel wie Aspella was. Zij wist wel... Huh?
Miss Darklaw.
Quick, they'll fall if we don't do something.
Let's go. We have to save them.
Final puzzle? To save them?
You won't make it there in time.
Why?
Daarom, final
The
puzzle.
handrail Eve's holding onto is rotted through. We
Wajoing.
need some sort of magic to save them.
No way.
Magic, you say?
Got an idea, Professor?
If a bit of magic is all that's needed to save these 2 young ladies, then perhaps that is something I can arrange.
What? You can?
Professor Layton was a witch all along.
Heel zie.
Het lijkt toch niet alsof die echt iets doet, die professor Layton.
Wat zei hij?
Het lijkt toch niet echt alsof die Layton echt iets heeft. Hij deed niks, tot nu. Huh? Ja, dat zijn al die shades natuurlijk.
What's going on here? Anyone? Professor, you're a sorcerer.
Ja.
Nee.
Klopt, mijn class
Nou.
is helemaal geen...
We have already established that magic doesn't exist, even in this town. But then, how did you just do that? What you have just seen was the last and greatest illusion within Labyrinthia. Huh? An illusion? Magic is but an illusion, and this illusion has been produced through the power of suggestion at Labyrinth's medication. Everyone in Labyrinthia has been under this particular magic spell. Now then, shall we break the spell?
Ja, doe dat eens. Jawel. You've seen,
You've seen through my tricks, Layton. I wouldn't have done it without the vital hint you gave me when we spoke in your tower. The final spell is concealed at the start. Okay, so what does that mean? As you know, the spells are listed within this book.
What's the very
Right, the
first
grimoire.
spell?
Now, what did Mr. Cantabella mean by the start?
The front cover. Oh shit.
Precisely, Mr. Wright. The final spell shall dispel the illusion. The correct incantation is hidden on the front cover itself.
En dat is een puzzel.
Avada Kedavra.
Well then, Mr. Wright. This is the final puzzle.
Yeah.
Soon, a new day will begin for the townspeople.
No.
Let us put an end to this illusion. Once and for all.
Yeah.
You got it. The final spell. 90 pikken.
Hidden on the cover of the Grand Grimoire are the characters that spell out the true magical incantation. Select the characters on the touchscreen and slide them over their counterparts on the tome's cover to make them vanish. The grand finale approaches. Remove the extra magical characters from the Grand Grimoire and cover to reveal the hidden incantation.
Oké, de
Huh?
E, of ik zie een soort E. Dat is de tweede van links.
Oké, dus degene die we zien, die moet je wegklikken.
Dat denk ik.
Even kijken.
Remove the extra magical.
Slide and counterparts.
Ja. Ja.
Kijk, dit is een S.
Ja, maar die S zie je ook. Die S met een punt.
Ja.
Ja. Oh. Ja,
Oh,
kijk.
Dat is het idee.
Kijk.
Oké.
Die 3 zie ik, daarboven. Ja. Oké, die zie ik niet. Oh, die zie ik. Oh, je bent zo'n smarty pants. Ja. Even kijken, een soort... Oh, die... Nee. Oh, jezus. Die was ver gezwakt. Oh, die ene... Ja. En die ene die helemaal rechts. Oh. Oh, zo. Die? Ja. Die is daar. Inderdaad. Nou, nog niet veel meer. Nee, ja, wel. Ik heb gelijk. Ja. Oké. En wat... Oh, dat was het?
About it together.
Hoe denk je?
Every puzzle has an answer.
Ja.
Elke puzzel heeft een antwoord. Dit vond ik niet echt een hele Layton-achtige puzzel, maar oké.
The sun is rising, and when it does, its light will reveal the truth behind Labyrinthia's mysteries.
Now, Professor?
Yes. Shall we, Mr. Wright?
En dat vingertje. Bam. Oh, was gewoon een machine. Ik dacht dat het die shades waren. Bijna.
Is dit de New World of Steam? Confirmed?
Yo, nou.
So this is the real magic behind Labyrinthia.
Excellent work, my boy.
Dat was Luke. Daar was Luke de hele tijd. Nou. Maar we zijn er nog niet. Want hoe heeft dat allemaal onzichtbaar kunnen zijn?
Magische poeder, dat is het antwoord.
Ja.
Hang on a second. The town's full of machinery?
So much for magic. It was all done with these machines.
That's right. With magic, witches can fly, buildings can disappear. Those are no easy feats to stage. To make all those incredible things real, we needed a great deal of machinery.
Couldn't he have just, I don't know, made the magic a bit simpler?
A witch would say the incantation, and shades would stop time with their silver bells.
And they'd go wild with these machines, making all sorts of crazy stuff happen. That's so cool. I'd love to try it.
I took a quick crash course before operating the machines. Not bad, hey?
Nee.
Yes, Luke. What would we do without you?
What would we do without you?
So when's my turn? I want to pick something up off the ground and make it fly through the air.
I wish you'd stop looking at me when you say that, Maya.
Well, in any case, I think we should head back to the courthouse.
Nee.
Right you are, Professor. The judge might have fallen asleep waiting for us.
Waren we niet daar heel erg in de buurt? Ja, ik wou net
The
zeggen.
sun has risen above Labyrinthia and has shown us our town's true form.
Dit isn't even his final
I
form.
really don't
Oh, wow.
think there's any need for a verdict anymore. The witches on trial weren't witches after all. I am deeply relieved that those I have sentenced are still alive and well. At last, I can step down from this seat with a clear conscience. And now, the final verdict in the last witches' court session ever to be held.
Not guilty. Woep woep.
Whooping, the fucking whooping.
Jezus, wat duurt de deadline.
Holy shit.
Duurt. We zijn er nog niet. Ja, bla.
Nou, dit kunnen we allemaal wel door.
Meestal is de epiloog in Layton ook vrij kort, maar...
Holy shit.
Oh ja, hier zegt hij
cannot
het.
see pure black, that was sufficient.
Ja. But it's not pure
black.
What?
We often perceive a color black in fact from being pure black. Our brains interpret reflections of light as colors. Objects which reflect even the smallest amount of light are not pure black. Pure black is often encountered within nature as darkness. Darkness, sir. The machines used in Labyrinthia are coated in a special material developed by Labyrinthia. It absorbs light without reflecting any. It's only material that can be said to be pure black.
Hoezo kunnen we het nu wel zien dan? Dat snap ik niet helemaal, maar oké.
That's correct, of course. The bell tower was concealed by using the same material as well. When you think about it, this town abounds all things invisible. Miss Darklaw, or should I say Miss Belduke? Yes, sir. For 10 long years, your memories had been suppressed. The truth about what occurred in the belfry was invisible to me, you mean? Miss Cantabella and your father knew it all along. They knew who actually rang the bell. What? Did they really? Is that true, Cantabella?
Yeah.
As we have demonstrated, it was easy to deduce from the situation in the belfry. But if he knew that all along, why didn't he say something? It was, of course, for your own good.
Don't be angry at her!
You were trying to pin the blame for that disaster on Espella. Yes, I was, but if you knew that, why did you keep quiet about it? If you had only scolded me back then for lying, maybe Espella wouldn't have suffered such trauma.
Waarschijnlijk had hij toch wel trauma.
It was your eyes, Eve. What? Your eyes weren't those of a liar. You believed in what you said. You truly thought it was Espella. What you saw was too much for you to bear. Your mind blocked out the real memory of what has happened in order to maintain your own sanity. Had I called you a liar then, you would probably have suffered mental breakdown. Mr. Cantabella and your father created this town. You were mistaken in thinking it was purely for Espella's sake. It was also for you, Miss Belduke. Remember what your father wrote in his suicide note.
I have only two concerns. The first is my daughter. It pains me to be leaving her alone in this world.
Ja, dus het was nooit over die bitch. Over die ene dochter.
Ja.
Hoe heette die man? Nou ja, je weet wie ik bedoel, toch? Die met dat groene haar.
Die andere. Ja.
Dat ging over Darklaw. Dat
ja.
had ik me niet kunnen herinneren.
I had an argument with my father once. Nee. He was always thinking about the town and paid no attention to me. So you moved out and broke off contact with him? But you were wrong about your father. Not a single day passed without him thinking about you. He helped to make the story I was weaving a reality for your sake. I've been so ignorant. I was so convinced father was driven to suicide by you. Your father couldn't bear the sense of guilt he had accumulated over the past 10 years. Even though he killed himself in the end, I believe you were always the most important person to him.
Cute. Ja? Vertel het eens, Espella.
Eve.
Espella.
Espella.
Espella, what I did to you is unforgivable. I rewrote your story, putting you through all this. I can't believe I went to such an extreme because of one wrong assumption.
No, it's okay, Eve. I wasn't angry.
You weren't?
You've always been on my side, protecting me. And even today, you saved my life.
Ah,
Aspella.
dat is wel lief van Aspella.
I also owe you an apology. After all, I forgot about my dearest friend. I'm so sorry, Eve. Ah, there you are, Eve. Where were you?
Hoe heet die kat?
Your cat's called Eve.
You know what I've just noticed? You two are very much alike. You and Eve the cat.
What? It's all in your head.
It looks like Eve has taken a liking to the other Eve.
You've got that right, and the similarity is really striking.
Oh, dat is zo cute.
Een cutie cat.
Ja, dat is wel heel cute. Most happiest ending I ever seen. With a cat in her
Heel
hands.
ziek.
Ja.
Welke ending?
Oh ja, ja, we zijn er nog niet.
Guests, Professor Layton and Mr. Wright.
En Carmine Accidenti
I
dan.
must say,
Dat is
I
ook...
am indebted to you.
Maar is hij ook echt dood? Dat is best heftig.
Ja, die is echt dood. Die heeft echt een car accident die
I
gehad.
started planning my revenge 3 months ago. Mr. Layton was a part of my plans. I needed to lure him to Labyrinthia.
Why me?
You were famous in London, and word of your skills reached me even here. What's more, you specialize in mysteries. So I thought that if you came to this town, you'd feel compelled to solve ours.
Oh, well, I am honored.
That's cool. And what about me?
Door een ongeluk.
Well, about you. How should I put it? Your arrival here was purely accidental.
You mean it wasn't planned?
As you know, Aspella escaped and got involved in that incident on the freighter.
Ja.
As a consequence, I had no choice but to bring you here.
I see. I should.
I shouldn't have asked.
You can't escape your fate.
Mm.
You're doomed to always find trouble if it doesn't find you first.
How about some words of sympathy for a change?
Never! Nou, kom op met die credits. Jezus.
Ja, terribly sorry. Only thing on
The
my
last 3 months
mind.
was revenge.
Ja, boeien. Het is toch nu klaar.
Whatever your intentions were, you were...
You'd...
Nee.
Sorry. I've sort of got an important question.
Only Newton knew the real reason. I am suffering from an incurable illness.
What?
Dad, you're ill. Is it serious?
Not so happy ending.
It is a rare disease with no known cure.
Why didn't you tell me? Had I known...
I wanted this to be my secret. I suppose that was a bad decision on my part.
Yo.
I thought I'd finish the story before I died and lay the foundations for a new world. Honestly, I was desperate. I didn't much care about Labyrinthia anymore.
Dad, why did it have to happen to you?
Cheer up, Aspella.
How can I?
Labrellum's new drug development center contacted me a short while ago. They have succeeded in creating a new medicine, thanks to Belduke's research. It's a top-secret wonder drug for my illness.
A wonder drug?
Newton had been working on finding a cure for my illness until the very end. It would seem that the cure was his final gift to me.
Cute.
Newton. I'm going...
Ja, oké.
Zijn we een keer klaar?
Of course.
And Eve.
Ik heb wel ook het gevoel alsof we in de epiloog soms 3 keer hetzelfde moesten bewijzen of zo.
Ja. Ja.
Thank
Same.
you.
Leuke game. Maar om een of andere...
Langdradig.
Op een of andere manier is hij langdradiger dan zowel LAYTON als Phoenix Wright.
Ja, inderdaad.
Want meestal bij Phoenix Wright zit er ook wel toch wel iets meer tempo in. Misschien alleen die...
Ja, vind ik ook soms langdradig.
Alleen er is één case, die laatste case van game 1 zeg maar, case 6, case 5, whatever. Maar die laatste case van de eerste Phoenix
Ja, dat is
Wright
volgens mij waar ik nu
ja, die is ook erg langdradig.
I have some doubts about that.
Your Honor.
Wat?
Wat nou weer?
I now understand that this town is an artificial creation of yours. Nonetheless, to us Labyrinthians, the past 10 years were real.
No one can yet tell how this town will change. However, it is that some people will want to stay. Who knows? Perhaps you will find yourself creating a new town along with them.
A new town.
I am no longer the judge, but I would like to remain. You need not address me as your honor anymore.
Okay.
Credits.
And so, the last witch trial has drawn to a close.
Dan mag ik hopen, ja. Oeh, duurt een epiloog 2,5 uur, bro. Is het de credits of is het nog weer?
What did Mr. Wright, Mr. Layton, and my father talk about? That I do not know. But Dad made a promise to me. Once everyone recovers their memories and he is cured of his illness, he will return to write a new story with everyone's help. This time, the story will be real without any lies or illusions.
Nou. Wat nu weer? Kan ze niet?
Nee, ik heb meer.
Ja. Ben ik blij dat we die straks... Yo, hoezo zag... Yo, Spella zag er zoveel ouder uit zo net in dat shot.
Jo.
Thank you, Eve.
Eve ook trouwens. What the fuck?
Okay then. Whenever you are ready, Mr. Barnham.
Hey, Barnham!
Nice. Hij is free. Free from prison.
Thank you all so much for everything.
Espella, you take care now.
You too, Mr. Cantabella. Bye. Be sure to visit us again.
Sowieso dat ze dat niet gaan doen.
I wish all of you
Het is net
the very
Pokémon.
best.
Ja.
Dus in de anime ook van, ja, tot de volgende keer, dan zie je ze nooit meer.
Jawel, de eerste van de nieuwe generatie.
To the very end.
Eerste seizoen. Daarna nooit meer. Daarna zijn ze dood of zo.
And I know it's why we managed to get to the mysterious truth behind this town.
Oprecht, ik zou het wel heel vet vinden als we nog een keer
When we get
een...
back to England, we'll drop by and see you, Luke.
Wel vet.
Als we nog een keer een crossover zouden doen. Oh, Luke. Oeh, dat zag ik. Ja.
Heel ziek.
Ja, dat zag ik, Luke. Jammer dat Larry Butts er niet in zat. Dat zou wel funny zijn. Yo, Gold Statue Layton.
Heel
En
ziek.
Gold Statue.
Bedankt voor het kijken van deze ellenlange... Van deze ellenlange serie.
En finale aflevering.
Ja, maar deze doet meer dan 2,5 uur. Ik ga nog heel even nadenken. Oh, hun zijn samen hoor, joh.
Oeh.
Ik ga nog heel eventjes nadenken over wat ik met deze aflevering ga doen. Of ik hem in 2 delen doe of zo. Maar misschien doe ik wel gewoon 1 10 toe lange aflevering. Het kan allemaal. Ik wil jullie wel bedanken voor het kijken van deze serie. En tot de volgende keer. Adios, amigos.
Joep.